You are constantly reinventing yourself. The fact that you clicked on this video means that you're committed to your growth, to your journey of self-improvement. Seeking knowledge and change is the first step in order to create a better life for yourself. But at the same time, I want you to remember that you are not a project that you need to constantly work on. But at the same time, you are deserving of a life that brings you joy and fulfillment, whether that be reinventing yourself or not. It's about digging deep and finding out what truly matters to you, who you are at your core, and creating a life around those priorities. In this video, we'll be exploring actionable steps and mindset shifts that can help you in your lifelong journey of self-reinventation. This doesn't happen overnight, just like that. It's a journey that continues forever and changes throughout the seasons of your life, but it's a blueprint to come back to when you find yourself in that rut again. Welcome back to my channel, and for those who are new, my name is Sophie, and I talk about all things regarding wellness, personal growth, and faith here on this channel. So if any of these topics do interest you, please like and subscribe to this video to get more videos just like this one, and where we can create a community that truly cares for each other and helps each other grow every day. First step in changing yourself for the better is to audit your life. You need to know where you are starting. What is your starting point? Not what is the starting point of your friends or your family, but what is your starting point? And in order to do that, you need to audit your life. Know where you are standing today. You can't make a positive change in your life if you don't know where you stand. And that goes for all areas of your life, whether that be physical health, whether that be relationships, mental health, faith, money, whether that be career or business. You need to look at your life as a whole, because in some areas you might be doing great, and I'm so happy for you. But in other areas you might be lacking, and this is why you feel the need to reinvent yourself or to improve upon yourself to make sure that your life is well-rounded. The easiest way to do this is to do a list. I love lists for everything, but this is super useful, I swear. So on one column, you're going to write where you are right now, and on the other column, I want you to write what you wish to become. So for example, for myself, in my physical health, I work out twice a week. I do kickboxing twice a week. Now, where do I want to be? What does my better self, what does my future self, what do I want to become? I want to continue going kickboxing twice a week, but I also want to be walking 1 hour at least 3 times a week. It helps you visualize where you want to be, and setting it out, whether on a piece of paper or whether on your laptop or your phone, is a great way to visualize that. I find that we often forget who we want to become or what we want to do, and seeing it down or writing it down, for me, I like a piece of paper, writing it down really ingrains that and really motivates me to reach my goal. Now, you might be super motivated and you see all these categories and these areas of your life and you're like, I want to do them all. Wait, please hold up. I know you're super ambitious and I know you want to completely change yourself, and that's great. That's a great place to start because mindset is everything. But at the same time, you don't want to overwhelm yourself. I would recommend picking out 1 to 2 areas of your life where you really want to focus on. Doesn't mean that you can't change in other areas of your life slightly, but when you are focused, you're way more likely to accomplish what you set out for yourself. What I would like from you is to write down in the comments the 3 areas that you are focusing on right now in this season of life, so that you can come back to it in a year, in 6 months, and see if you actually stuck to those goals. Hold yourself accountable, because other people will have encouraged you, other people will have seen your comment, and it's really a way to hold yourself accountable for the goals that you set yourself. Doing this exercise will give you a snapshot of your life, because sometimes when we are in the thick of it, when we go to our 9 to 5, when we have our responsibilities, maybe we're taking care of kids, we can really get into the, okay, let's make it just to the next day, and the next day, and we get stuck in our daily tasks. And there's nothing wrong in, having a normal, simple life like that, but sometimes we get stuck in a rut and we can't seem to get out of it because we don't have a long-term goal. This exercise will really help you put down physically your goals so you can visualize them. You can also put them in your car, on your fridge, on your mirror, when you're brushing your teeth. You can revisit them, you can read them on your bedside table to really ingrain that and to be aware of them. In this way, when you do a certain action, you'll think, is this bringing me closer to my goals or further? If you found any value up until this point in this video, I would really appreciate if you would like this video and subscribe to get videos just like this one. How annoying is it when a friend or a family member reminds us of an action or something that we said like years ago that we no longer align with, and we just get frustrated because they constantly bring that action back up, even though it's not us anymore, and it makes you feel like you're still that person because you feel so embarrassed and a lot of shame around what you did in the past. Friends and family can be a big obstacle for us to overcome and for us to change our life for the better. Family and friends love to remind us of actions, of things that we did in the past. And when you are on the journey of reinventing yourself, it can be hard to overcome that, to overcome the constant reminder of what you used to be, because you're trying to change. You're trying to take actions to make your life better. But those memories, it's like someone yanking you back a couple steps and be like,
see, remember when you used to do that? Yeah, you can be better. You can be better because look at the actions you did in your past.
Forget about them. Literally, forget about them. We all make mistakes. We are all human beings. And, just be frank with your friends and family. Be like, hey, listen, I really don't enjoy when you bring that memory back because that no longer aligns with who I am. I'm trying not to get pulled or get synced back into that mindset. So I would really appreciate if you could just, not bringing it up again. And if they are true good friends and true good family members, they won't. But if, they're like, joking it off and not really listening to you, you can let go of those friendships. I know it's a taboo subject to grow out of a friendship or just for the friendship to fumble apart, but it's okay to leave behind things or relationships that no longer serve you. It doesn't mean that you leave off on a bad note, but it's okay to move on and to wish them the best in life, but to also respect yourself and be like, this friendship doesn't bring me any good anymore. It's just pulling me back into my old ways. And I'm gonna respect myself enough to let go of that relationship, maybe create some distance between myself and that person and move forward. In the same aspect, you want to surround yourself with people who are pushing you to be better. If you want to grow your own business, you're gonna surround yourself with successful entrepreneurs, people who have already walked that way and can hopefully give you advice and at least motivate you to keep going. When you're really in the thick of it and really wanting to, completely stop everything you're doing, you're gonna see your friends, you're gonna see your entourage and be like, I'm sure they felt this way before. I'm gonna keep pushing because I know what is possible for myself. If they've done it, I can do it too. Surround yourself with people who have the same ambitions, who have the same goals, who pushes you to do better and that aligns with your goals. Doesn't mean that you need to have the same goals as them, but having someone that encourages you to reach them, that's a super powerful tool because you become like the people you surround yourself with. If you want to be successful, you need to surround yourself with successful people. If you have no ambition, if your friends or your entourage don't have any ambition, you will also not have any ambition. And this is why your entourage and your environment, your friends, your family are a crucial tool for yourself to move forward. You are constantly changing, whether you have a plan or not. You are changing every single day. You are changing every single day, whether that be a positive one or a negative one. And one of the biggest obstacles I find myself and others around me face is our own mindset. Although we want to change ourselves for the better, although we want to create this new version of ourselves, we're met with a lot of resistance. And the biggest resistance we find is our own self, our mindset that prevents us from changing. In this life, you have two camps of people. You have the ones that talk, that they want to change, that they want to better themselves, and you have the people that do the actions, that are ready to take action towards a better life. You decide in which camp you want to be. And I'm not blaming the people that just talk, because sometimes it is very difficult, depending on the cards that you were dealt with. It is very difficult to make that change. But that doesn't mean that because it's difficult that it's impossible. It's really about looking within yourself to make sure that you are committed to this journey, because no one said it was going to be easy. And like we said at the beginning of this video, everybody has a different starting point. So you might be, your friends might be ahead of you in certain things. But it doesn't mean because other people are ahead of you that you should just stay where you are. Progress is progress. You're not competing with anybody else. The only competition is yourself. The only competition is to better yourself. That's all it is. So don't focus on what other people are doing, other people's starting point. Focus on what was your starting point, where you want to go, and the progress that you've already done to get to this point. In this way, it will be a lot more encouraging to know that you've already done progress. Even if you weren't necessarily aware of it, you've already done so much progress. The fact that you are researching, the fact that you are listening to YouTube videos about changing your life for the better means that you are aware and are ready to make a change. Sometimes our subconscious minds is very comfortable where it's at. And this is why change is very difficult for a lot of people. Because we don't like change. Human beings don't like to try new things, at least most of us, including myself. We don't like to go out of our comfort zone. We don't like to experiment new things because we feel comfortable. This is why when we try to better ourselves, we may have negative thoughts that come into play, such as, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, why would this happen to me? I'm not successful, I don't have this quality, I don't have that quality. Or maybe we self-sabotage and just drop everything at the slightest inconvenience. And this is what I mean by your subconscious is trying to keep you where you are right now. So science have proven that alpha and theta wave are the most powerful brain waves for you to change and reprogram your mind. And they're most active when you first wake up in the morning and when you are falling asleep. So one way to really set your subconscious mind in a I want to better myself, I want to change, is to repeat yourself your goals first thing in the morning and late at night. In this way, you are reprogramming your subconscious to want to achieve those goals that you set for yourself. I know it's crazy to think that our biggest obstacle is ourselves, but it truly is. There's so much that we don't know about our subconscious mind, but the stuff that we do know is mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing that our subconscious wants to keep us stuck. But there are ways around that. And repeating your goals is just one of them, but there's so many other strategies that you can implement as well. Reinventing yourself is not about changing who you are at your core. It's about finding what truly aligns with yourself and creating a life that is true to you. It's about finding out and digging under the layers that life has accumulated on top of you. It's about creating life for yourself where you feel joy, where you feel fulfillment, and where you are happy with your life. In this world of productivity, we think of ourselves as a project. We think that we always need to be better, we need to do more, but sometimes it's just taking a step back and really digging deep within yourself about what truly aligns for you. You might be taking some steps that don't really align with the life that you want. You might be doing some actions that are not true to you. It's about taking the time to figure that out and narrowing it down to a few aspects or a few areas of your life where you truly want to focus. As kids, we didn't have so much of a say into what happened to us. Our parents made that decision for us. But as adults, we can now take control. We can now take over the reins of our life and decide in which direction do we want to lead the next 25, 50 years, 60 years of our life. You don't need to wait for a big moment to make a big change in your life. Reinventing yourself is not a process that will happen overnight. It's a lifelong journey where you get to know yourself, where we go through seasons of our life. Sometimes it's about resting, taking the time, taking a step back, and sometimes it's about doing more than what you were before. It's about understanding the season of your life and understanding the journey if you want to make lasting changes. When you find yourself in that rut, when you find yourself that you're just not feeling yourself and not in a place where you are happy, go through this process. Do an audit of your life. Assess where you are currently at. Don't fix yourself too many goals. Really focus on 1 to 3 goals or on 1 to 3 actions you want to do. Sometimes that means prioritizing certain actions over others, and that's fine as long as it aligns with what is true to you. The second thing you want to do is really being focused and truly wanting to change your life for the better. Don't just tell yourself you're going to do it or you want to do it if you're not ready to make sacrifices. Also, you want to make sure that your entourage is who you want to surround yourself with in order to achieve your goals. Don't surround yourself with people that have no ambition, that have no goals if you want to achieve things in your life. And most importantly than not, remember to appreciate the progress that you've already done. Remember that life is a journey and we're going to evolve and we're going to change whether we try to or not. Life is about change. Life is about continuously growing. And if you are on this path, I'm sure you're going to do great things as long as you stay focused and stay true to your intentions. Having regular check-ins, whether that be every month, quarterly, once a year, or every 6 months, helps you to reassess where you are with your goals. Some goals will take you a long time for you to change. Some goals will take maybe a few weeks. Maybe you're going to see immediate results in your life. And having those regular check-ins with yourself helps you see the progress, helps build confidence, and helps your subconscious mind truly know that you can make a positive change in your life. Thank you so much for watching until the end, and make sure to like and subscribe to get videos more like this one, and make sure to drop in the comments the areas of your life you want to focus on and one goal where we can hold each other accountable and where you can come back in 1 year, 6 months, whatever you want to do to make sure that you are actually sticking to what you said you will. See you next time.